Good day everyone, you are welcome to Edinglo Unique Fashion and Design. So in our today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut and sew this pouch bag. It's a unisex pouch bag. Women can use it for a makeup bag, while the male can use it as a pouch, which they can put in their power banks and lots more. So if this is something you would like to watch, please keep on watching and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. People, you are welcome to Edinglo Unique Fashion and Design, and thank you so much for always stopping by to watch my videos. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for also sharing, liking and commenting. So in our today's video, we'll be learning how to make a makeup bag. Makeup bag, some people call it pouch bag, and it's a unisex bag for both men and female. The men can use it for carrying of their power bank and the rest. So these are the only items you'll be needing: your zip cloth, your taping, your leather, then you also need your zip lock as well. So since let's dive into the tutorial. So guys, the measurements we need for this particular one that we are making, I think this is a medium size, not too small and not too big. So the measurement I am using here is 15 by 12 inches. 15 by 12 inches. Now, this part that I use 15, you can decide to use 18. Then this part that I use 12, you can decide to use 15. In other words, it means that you can make it the difference of 3 inches. You can make it with the difference of 3 inches. If your width is 13 inches, then your length will be 16 inches. If your width is 14 inches, your length will be 17 inches. If here is 15, it means like this will be 18 inches. So that is it. It's just the difference of 3 inches, that you can use to make it so that you'll be able to achieve what you want. So this one now is 12 inches by 15 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to fix my zip cloth here and here. So the part where I am fixing the zip cloth is the part of the 13 inches, while the other side where I'm not fixing it is the area of the 16 inches. So this side of it that has 13 inches, that is the width of 13 inches, is where I am fixing the zip cloth. Take note, please. This is one of the simplest bag you can think of. So when fixing your zip, I don't know if you can see it, if it is very visible to you, but I want you to know that when you want to fix your zip head, there is this part here that looks thick. Why this one is a bit lighter, why this one is the main one that will take the lock. Now when you want to sew it, make sure that you are following exactly this line here that is differentiating between this thick and the light. That is where you are going to sew on. You can never close down your mouth. I'll flip this wrong side inward and I'm going to top stitch. So I will have another line here. So you see that I have this line top stitch here. I will sew another one here to make it so that this one will not be raising this way, so that it will be flat. So you can see it. So I'll repeat the same thing to this other side as well. Then I'll open it up this way. You can see. So I will still top stitch on this part just the way I did to the other side. stitching it at the both sides. So I'll fix the zip head, then I'll turn it inside out like this. So while it is still this way, I'll make sure the two zip cloth is meeting each other this way, and I'll now notch the middle part here like this. I'll also do the same thing to this side. I'll hold this part this way, then I'll notch this part. Now you can still, it is better you sew the zip cloth before you notch, because sometimes when sewing you can see that this part I took the part of the leather. So if you have already notched it before the sewing it, and you now mistakenly took excess of the leather, you see that it will not come out accurate again. So that is why it is important that you fix your zip cloth before notching it. So I would pull this one in a bit, then I'll make sure I used this thick part of the zip cloth to serve as my middle for the top. So I'll place it at the middle like this. That is that part I notched. Then I'll stitch it this way. So for this side, I'll also, first of all, I'll use my, there's a way you can just use your hand to do it as if you've zipped it. You can see me now. There's a way you can just use your hands to press it in as if you've already zipped it. So if you can do it that way, do it like that. You can see that I've done it that way and it is as if it is zipped. You can see, but if you can't do it that way, just use your sewing machine to hold the zip cloth together so that you can place it middle to middle and stitch. So after stitching it this way, you are going to take your measuring tape to measure. So you are going to measure 2 inches upward. Okay, let me use pen that you will see. Mark 2 inches upward and go in also by 2 inches. So you are marking 2 by 2 inches here. For me, I started from exactly the edge here, but many times many people do start from where they sewed. That is that line they stitched. That is where they start measuring the 2 inches from this way. But for me, I just felt like using, sorry guys that I couldn't complete this part. The reason is because my phone went off when I was recording. So let me explain. Like I was saying, I used 2 inches by 2 inches at round the 4 edges. 2 inches by 2 inches from the edge. That is what I did. So after measuring 2 by 2 inches, I cut out everything. So please watch the next part. But for me, I just felt like using, so guys, when you are using this one to duplicate it, that is to mark it out, make sure you are using your pen to draw the line out. Okay, don't go and place it this way, then you bring your scissors to cut. No, you are going to have a wrong measurement. But when you place it this way, then use your pen to mark it out before you cut. It's going to give you the actual measurement. So as you can see, I've already placed the ones I cut out from there. I placed it here and I marked it out. I repeat the same thing here. I placed it and I marked it out. So I'm just going to cut it. So in case you are wondering the reason why you are seeing this rough edge here, it's because I joined my leather. It was not enough, so I have to join it. Okay, so if it is something that you are selling for commercial purpose, I don't think you have to join it, unless after joining it you are definitely going to close it up in such a way that they are not going to notice it. So now that I'm done cutting it out, I'm just going to use my taping to tape it. I will repeat the same thing to the other side too. So now that you are done taping the both sides, you are going to make it this way and you are going to stitch on it. So I'm going to repeat this in all the sides. I'll do the same thing here too. Let me show you something that you can do. You can make it this way, then notch on this part here, then place the notch part on the middle here, then make sure that it is at the middle, so middle to middle, then you stitch. It's going to help you to place your leather in the right position. Bias tape, and you are going to place it this way and bias it or tape it through. Anyone, I do use the word biasing, but probably it is taping. I'll do the same thing to this side. Okay, so now that we are done with this side, you know, this other side is going to carry the handle. So this handle here is let me measure it. This is 9 inches long. It is 1 inch belt. So what you are going to do is that you are going to put it from the inside this way. So try and get the midpoint if possible. Come to this side, mark the midpoint as well. Then place it from the inside and make sure it is at the middle. So middle to middle. So remember what I told you regarding this part, that you can mark or notch the middle so that if your leather is bending to one side, you would know. So for me, I love using super glue to hold it down first. So I'll put small super glue on that part, which is the middle there. So I'll place it middle. So I used my super glue to hold this down at the both sides. So I'm just going to sew it. I'll repeat the same thing to this side. This way, I'm simply going to take my taping to tape it from here. So I'll repeat the same thing here. So I'll use my lighter to seal all these edges up. So this is the end result. Come up here. So you can even make more than 10 of this in a day. You can put your power bank, your makeup if you are going out as a lady. It's a pouch, simple pouch that you can use. Very simple and beautiful. Thank you for watching. Bye.